Hi again, this is Dorothy with Dot Scrapbooking. Oh, we are coming to the close here. This is number 12. And this is cheery with all the bright colors, lots of primary colors here going, and a whole lot of journaling spots. This kind of makes up for the lack of hardly any journaling from the last one with that little teeny thing. Of course, you can always add more lines for journaling. So that's not a big deal. Okay, I am just popping out all of the die cuts for this page. I like that little banner. Ooh, I think I just threw the circle out, the red circle that I was looking for. Uh-oh, I have to go in the trash. Okay, so it's funny what you see when you're rewatching and overdubbing. Okay, I am just, this is the printed page there on the back, and these are the pieces that go with it. So that green piece is printed on there, and it's really pretty, and I cannot tell you what color it is. It's kind of in between some of our colors, and so that kind of gave me a bit of a problem. So I am just cutting this down so that it's got equal amount of dots on all sides of the green mid piece there. So I'm cutting off so that it's 1 1/8 inches border on the green. So I'm having a hard time there. Okay, there we go. There it is. And instead of it going vertical, I'm going to put it horizontal. So I'm just kind of figuring out, how do I want to do this? Do I just want to do everything going vertical with a, thing on the side? And then I think, okay, what I need to do, I need to add some dots. And so here's my paint box. And I'm going to add all the colors of the dots that are on the original piece. And so I've got a sapphire red, um, blue and a green, and I pull out a lemonade, and I've got some bluebell there, and a capri, and I know what the green one is, mint probably. And so I just start splattering away. Of course, I need to turn the box because I'm splattering all over the pages that I need to use, so I don't want to do that. So I'm squeezing out a little pool. Not a pretty color. Look at that. So I squeeze out a little bitty pool, and then I'm taking my scissor. You can take whatever. You can even do it against your finger, and just tapping to get some little dots on there. And you don't need a whole lot because, yeah, there we go. I still get stuff all over the place. The paint was a flying, let me tell you. Okay, and this one I really made a mess because it's not, you need to, when you get these shimmer brushes, I have all the colors. I love these things, but the top is not screwed on well, and I just end up making a giant mess. So it starts coming out all over the place. But I still have the ink on my hands. It washed off the my table, but not my hands. So you don't have to put a whole lot on there because you're putting a whole lot of colors. So got the blues. I make my little pool, pick some up, and then go after it. It's really fun. I really wanted to do this just because it's fun to do. So it adds interest. And I really didn't know where I was going to be putting the other pieces. So I just decided to paint all over it. So the fun thing, I'm going to set that one aside, and now I've got to do a whole nother page. So I'll just pick up some more of the lemonade and go after it. I have a little more problems with that yellow, but there's probably stuff going on there, and you really can't see it too well because it's yellow on white. So I figured if I put too much of the yellow, it's not going to make a big deal. So the many reasons to get shimmer brushes is that they shimmer. That's the number one reason. And all of these little dots, it's not just soaking into the cardstock, but it actually has, it's a nice mint, a little texture to it. So it's just so doggone fun to do. And there's my sapphire. There's ginger. I think maybe the first one was bluebell and that was sapphire. And here comes my mess. Right off the bat, giant big dot. And that's all because it wasn't screwed on well. So here we go, getting the red out. And the red sticks out really, really nicely. So that red dot spreads. See, it feels like Dr. Seuss's book, what was it called, Vroom or something, where you try to get the spot out and it just keeps on getting bigger. That's, oh well, what can you say? There's my paint palette, as it were. So here I am taking the spots, but the ink just comes off very nicely off of my table. And there's my finished dried product. See, it's got a little shimmer to it. Was that fun? And I love all the colors. So there's my big blob. So I'm going to cover my big blob. Yeah, and it's on my hand and it won't come off. So, probably because my hands are so bloomin' dry. I think it finally wore off, yeah. But, yeah, it's so dry and cold. I'm just, keep my house at 68, and that's just cold to me. It just feels cold. Anyway, I'm complaining. I'm sorry. Okay, so here I'm going to run this horizontally. And I'm going to kind of do the way they have it in the original document, where the Capri blue goes over that pretty green. And so you can't tell a big difference between the original dots and my messy dots. So I kind of have, the same look that they were giving, which was an overall dot pattern all over the background. So I'm kind of I'm still trying to figure out, do I put the 3-inch or whatever it is piece vertical or horizontal? And I'm trying to figure out what color it is, but I can't quite match the color. Now you see that there's stuff hanging there. Well, I'll show you what that is. So I've decided the left-hand page is going to be sort of the original idea. And that is Capri, because I kind of wanted to differentiate between the background and my background and the original dot background. And so I thought, well, if I put a real thin line, and so what am I going to put a thin line of, and then I went and looked through my 2 boxes of shimmer trim, and I like I have all the colors of the shimmer trim and all the colors of the shimmer brush. And so I took the shimmer trim and put it on my rail cutter and tried to get it to be equal on either side of the cutting groove. And I finally got it to kind of cut in half. It has a tendency to be bigger on one end than the other. Is that not gorgeous? Is gorgeous. What a gorgeous color. So doing a real thin, I didn't want anything super bold, the whole piece of shimmer trim. I just wanted a little thin piece. And because this layout is really kind of all the colors, even though they're primary colors, the layout itself seems kind of delicate to me. And I don't know what else to call it, but anyway, so it's the same color, that's Capri, and that blue piece there that I'm handling is Capri. So I'm just making it equidistant. You know, when in doubt and you don't want to make a decision, make it equidistant, however. So I'm coming over like a half an inch and then centering it with the paper. So I use, I really love my centering ruler. If you don't have a centering ruler, you should get one from an art store because it's really super, super handy. So that paper accommodates a 4x4 print. So I went ahead and put my reminder on there, and I'm putting it so that the green shows above and below, and then the time with the banner that says time, I'm going to pop it up with my extra pieces of shaker windows. And, it's been nice doing this project because I've really used up a lot of those. So I'm going to make sure it's even, putting it on there. So I'm putting time because then story's got to go on top of time for story time. And that's why we have so many journaling spots, is because this is story time. So we want to, whatever pictures you choose, you want to be able to write a lot about it. Of course, as much as some of us talk, I'm sure we can write down an equal amount of words. So there we have story time. I like that. And see, they've got, the journaling parts all over the place, and you just can kind of put them here and there. And then it says, I love this. So that's going to go underneath, get tucked under. They did the hearts and the words just so you can kind of tuck it under the corner there. It's perfect. So we still have a whole bunch of the journaling spots left. So now I'm going to work on my right-hand page. And, I struggle. Do I put the green below and then put the dots on top? Or how am I going to do this? So I was kind of doing that, and then I cut a piece of Capri cardstock, and that is going to take a 4x6, a vertical. And so I'm kind of thinking to make the dots stand out more. Yeah, see, I'm struggling. So I'm thinking of just making the dots go right along where the other dots were on the left-hand side. And then, kind of do a similar thing as the other page. Unfortunately, I don't have any more of the dotted paper to make a broad. Sorry. Okay, so I'm delineating my dotted background with my Capri shimmer trim. And I am loving this stuff. And I love the real fit. I love the way it looks even thin. The shimmer trim has got so much punch to it, so much glitter, that even half size, it still packs a wallop. So, you gotta love that. So I'm just putting, what is this? Mint? Is it mint? I think it might be mint. That's the closest I could get. It sure isn't. It's that color on the left is between three of our colors. It's between like sage, but all the sage is too dark, and glacier, but the glacier is too blue, and this green, which is a little too something, and I can't even tell you what. But anyway, I'm just going in and putting the Capri down, and then I'm going to run a vertical on the Capri and a horizontal on the mint. And that way we've got, two good sized pictures on the right hand side. really gone through a lot of Tombow also. And I just found this particular Tombow and just found out, because I've almost used it up, that now they've got a new Tombow and they're not making this Tombow that I just fell in love with. Oh, my story of my life, right? Okay, so these little bubbles, these little, can go upside down, and it doesn't matter. See, they work upside down, right side up. It's whichever way. And so I kind of decided to split the colors for each page. So that worked out really good. So we've got, a lot to say about all the different pictures. And yeah, I can't believe I didn't check. I missed checking my die cuts when I think I threw that big red circle that's supposed to be up there. So I can't find it anyplace. And I don't go checking the trash. I have gone dumpster diving looking for die cuts that I've thrown out, just so you know. Yeah, sometimes they get stuck underneath, but not today. So here's the tag that goes on top of the 4x4. And I'm going to have to go and punch out a scallop circle. I don't have a big punch. So anyway, I have no idea what I'm doing. Probably looking for stuff. I went to punch out, so I've got a scallop. I don't have a circle punch, I've got a scallop, and I didn't feel like cutting out, turning on the Cricut, getting the, it would have been easy, good grief. I've used my punches more doing this project than I have in about 1 billion years. I just don't, because of the Cricut, I really don't use my punches anymore. I don't have a whole ton of them, but I do like them, but I do like that scallop one. I have used that scallop one quite a bit. And see, that's why you needed that red circle for the little banner to wave through up there in the corner. So I ended up really, I was thinking maybe I'll put a piece down there, and I was like, no, you're fine the way it is. So here we go. There's my page for story time. So I hope you like it. Bye.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Smith. Thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn along with me. Thanks. Bye-bye.